Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Get Woke with Danielle Moodie. All right, there is a lot to cover on this episode, so let's get right into it. First of all, your boy Donald Trump has been re-indicted. Yes, I didn't know that was a thing either, but yes, Donald Trump has now been re-indicted by special counsel Jack Smith. If you all remember back in July, when the Supreme Court, decided to give the President of the United States, but asterisk, really Donald Trump, absolute immunity. Well, that was putting all of the trials that Donald Trump was on basically on hold because the Supreme Court, as we know, is in the bag for Donald Trump because he stacked it, right, when he was president of the United States with the help of Mitch McConnell. Nonetheless, in this new superseding indictment that Jack Smith filed, what he's done is narrowed, right, the allegations for Donald Trump to ensure that the acts that he is referring to in this new 36-page document are not acts that a quote unquote president would do. Because if you remember, on that July 1st landmark ruling that basically upended our democracy in favor of Donald Trump, the Supreme Court said that the president basically could do whatever they want without fear of any type of retribution or those pesky things like laws getting in the way of them doing their job. Because apparently the other 44 presidents of the United States managed to do their job without committing a crime, but the Supreme Court wanted to make sure that those pesky little things didn't get in the way. So, folks, we will see where this case now goes, that it has been refiled with a narrower scope. But what is still included in this is the 4 counts that Jack Smith originated, including conspiracy to defraud the United States of America. Kind of a big deal. And what I continue to say is that the more desperate that Donald Trump becomes, because he realizes if he does not win this election, he is most likely going to be facing jail time, then we know that he will do whatever it takes in order to win, whether or not that is within the confines of the law. I mean, it didn't stop him last time. And, you would say, well, let Donald Trump rely on his vice president of the United States. He can carry the water a bit while he sorts out his legal trouble. No, that would not be the case because, as many people have said, this is probably the worst pick for vice president since Sarah Palin, and that's saying a lot. Okay, so JD Vance. See what I did there? Anyway, JD Vance, another leaked audio. I mean, this mother effer can't stop flapping his gums. I thought that when you went into the Senate, you actually worked, but evidently, I don't know if this audio was before he became a senator or what have you, but let me tell you, he used to do the right wing circuit. You know what I'm saying? So in another leaked audio of JD Vance, now he is going after teachers, childless teachers. Take a listen.
And I think our conservative idea is that parents and families should determine what children learn, what values they are brought up with. So many of the leaders of the left, and I hate to be so personal about this, but they're people without kids trying to brainwash the minds of our children. And that really disorients me and it really disturbs me. Randy Weingarten, who's the head of the most powerful teachers union in the country, she doesn't have a single child. If she wants to brainwash and destroy the minds of children, she should have some of her own and leave ours the hell alone.
Yeah, he actually said that people who are teaching your children who don't have their own children are just trying to indoctrinate them. Let me tell you, his obsession with childless women is absolutely weird. It is creepy. It doesn't make any sense. And again, when given the opportunity, right, as he was on Meet the Press, when given the opportunity to pull himself back to restate what he's saying because he has been told it is offensive, he doubles and triples down because that is the Trump way. Well, folks, we have entered Adapalooza. The ads are beginning to drop as we make the countdown to the election, which, by the way, is 69 days away. Yeah, I can't wrap my mind around it either. So, in the first ad that I want you to take a look at this new ad put out by the Lincoln Project.
Driver's license, registration.
Here you go, sir. How's your day going?
That's your daughter?
Sure is.
Abigail, right?
How do you know her?
Were you about 8 weeks pregnant? See, you've been spotting recently. You've had any cramps or nausea?
That's personal.
You been taking your prenatal vitamins?
Excuse me?
Are you ticketing me for something?
Where are you heading, Abigail?
To go see my older sister, Natalie.
Well, that's strange. 'Cause it says here that Natalie's at a concert in Dallas. And your navigation is set to a women's health clinic in one of those abortion states.
We have the right to travel.
Not anymore. Step out of the car.
Please, officer.
Both of you out now. You, sir, are under arrest for crossing state lines to obtain an abortion for a minor under your care. And you, young lady, well, you're under arrest for evading motherhood.
Wild. And I'd love to say that something like this would never happen because literally it is ripped from the pages of The Handmaid's Tale's opening scene in the first season. And the reality is that this is what Republicans want. Also, by the way, Kitchen Katie, Senator Katie Britt, she again, folks, rolled out another piece of legislation to track women's pregnancies. So the things that the Lincoln Project is putting in this ad are things that Senator Katie Britt wants to put into law, which is a national pregnancy database. Why would we need that? Why would your congressman, your senator, your city council member, why would any government official need to know when you're menstruating, when you're pregnant? I have no idea why anyone would need to know this other than your doctor and if in fact you have a partner. But Republicans, while they say they want small government, while Lindsey Graham is going on Fox News lying about, oh, we just want to return to small government. No, they want to eliminate the things that government can do to help people. And then they want to weaponize government against the people that they don't like, which, according to JD Vance, are childless people. Take a look at now this next ad that the Harris Walls campaign just dropped, reminding the American people what is at stake in these 69 days. Take a look at this.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever. Overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. And sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Project 2025, no matter how far Donald Trump tries to walk away from it, this is his cross to bear. This is his agenda. I know that the New York Times doesn't want to ask Donald Trump about his agenda or what his policies are, but it's laid out in over 900 pages. And it was one of the main characters of the Democratic National Convention, because while we are absolutely moving towards these 69 days as joyful warriors, we also need to remember what is at stake. And it is every bit of our rights that the Supreme Court already hasn't taken away. And finally, dear friends, I want to end today's Get Woke with some good news. Take a look at this.
We're tracking something really interesting going on right now. It's a surge in voter registration in key groups ahead of the November election. Among young black women, registration is up more than 175%. You heard that right, more than 175% in 13 states. That's compared to the same time in 2020. This, according to the data firm TargetSmart. Registration has also increased among young Latinas and Black Americans.
That's right. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Voter registration among Black women, among Latinx people is up. And by Black women, it is up 175%. People are registering to vote in droves. And according to reports, is that this number is well tripled what it was in 2020. The Harris Walls campaign has energized the people, and the people are ready to fight. That is it for me today, dear friends, on Get Woke. As always, power to the people and to all the people power. Remember, stay woke.